So I've been a huge user of the SwitchBot smart lock, and this is the kind of like the original one where you just put it over your existing door deadbolt and then have it automatically installed without having to do any screws. You just stick it on with an adhesive. And this lock, I've been using it for over a year and it has been very reliable and I love it so much. First of all, I love being able to leave the house, press the button on one of the keypads and then hear that audible beep that it's locked, because I get a lot of OCD forgetting did I lock the door or not, and I can remotely check on the app. But most importantly, this really helped me out in the winter where my door lock would get jammed, ice would get in and it would freeze, and then physically putting in a lock would be really difficult. So this has been able to open it from inside and let me in my house, and it's just been absolutely fantastic. I definitely recommend getting this type of version if you have, a door lock that supports it. Now recently, SwitchBot has switched to a newer version which is more integrated into your deadbolt. Basically, you just need to unscrew 2 screws and then just screw this in onto your existing deadbolt, and it should be a really easy install. And that means that you don't have to have a bulky setup over here and you don't have to worry about adhesive and all that stuff. So it should be a simpler install and it should be more seamless and a little bit nicer to look at. So let's unbox it. Let me show you what's in the box, and then we're gonna set it up and then I'll give you my full review near the end of this video. Now I do wanna note that these are recommended accessories. First of all, you need to get the mini hub. I definitely recommend it. I use SwitchBot devices all around the house and all the Bluetooth connections go to the single hub, and then I can control it remotely from the internet wherever I am. Being able to remotely turn on my computer or being able to toggle lights that are not easy to set up as smart home lights, this has become really handy. And lastly, of course, this is amazing. The outdoor unlocker, basically you can put a pin pad, and in this case, we're upgrading to the fingerprint version. So it comes in this really fancy, mysterious box, and all it says on the back is SwitchBot Lock Pro. So I guess this is the Pro version. Operates at -10 Celsius. Ooh. Well, it's going to be indoors, so it doesn't really matter. And battery life is about 9 months with locking and unlocking 10 times each per day. I don't think I locked that much. Oh, nice. It uses 4 AA batteries, which are a little bit more common than the batteries that you had for the previous version. And yeah, let's open it up. All right, this looks really nice and fancy. Oh God. Bam. All right. What a cool. So this is obviously the black color. Wow, this is hefty. This feels like a tank. It looks really nice, very premium. You can see that you can rotate it around here. Okay, I wonder how easy it is to install. Let's go inside the box. What else we got? All right, 2 more boxes inside. So it seems like we have the install kit over here. These are 3 different versions of the pinhole adapter. Oh, we got a little screwdriver. All right, so we have presumably tape. I think this is for when you set it up outside, you have to tape the other side of the lock. And then we got a screwdriver here, nice little tiny one. So here we have a magnet with an adhesive, and this basically helps the lock understand when the door is open or closed. This was part of the previous original door lock, smart door lock. And what else do we have in here? Here's the instructions. A bunch of tiny screws. There's also an additional adhesive for the magnet. We have the user manual, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Now let's unbox the SwitchBot keypad, and I think this is an essential accessory. You don't necessarily need it. You can obviously unlock the door with your app, but this makes it so much more seamless. So I've been using the previous one without the fingerprint for quite a long time. It's been out in the cold, very, very cold here in Northern Ontario, and the battery has not run out. We've been using it quite a lot, and we have had no issues with it. So it's been working very reliably. Installation is very easy. It's all done through adhesives, or you can screw it on optionally. Let's see how it looks. It's a little bit more of a matte finish to that. And then here's the fingerprint. I'm excited to use that. And then what do we have in here? Probably stuff to install it with. So the keypad comes with 2 CR123A batteries. These last a long time, and if you ever need to replace them, you can buy them on Amazon pretty cheap. So we have screws, totally optional. You don't necessarily need to use it. I think you can just use adhesives to install them on. So we have an NFC card. I actually never ended up using that NFC card for my old one, but you could just tap it. Maybe you don't want to take off your gloves. It might be very useful in the wintertime. We've got a wet wipe. The pin is used to unlock the keypad. We have the backrest with the adhesive over here as well. Instruction manual. All right, so that's pretty much it. Since I had the old SwitchBot lock installed using the adhesive mounting method, I needed to remove it. I used a blow dryer on the hot setting, making sure to remove any batteries first. By using an old credit card to carefully pry off the lock, I was able to remove it without causing any damage. On the other side of the door, apply the included blue adhesive so that the door lock doesn't fall out. So installation is very, very straightforward. First of all, you want to unscrew the existing screws on your door lock. Then you take the base plate and make sure you align it with the existing screw holes. SwitchBot provides 4 long screws. Just choose the 2 of them that are compatible with your current lock. Once you screw it in, just make sure that you align the base plate such that the metal rod points out the center of the base plate. And then you're going to attach the black adapter. There's 3 different versions. You just choose the one that is compatible with your door lock. And then you just put on the actual lock itself. Screw in 4 screws on the side. There's 2 over here and 2 on the other side. And don't forget to mount the magnet using the included adhesive. And then that's pretty much it. You have to set it up on the software. It takes a few minutes. So the whole installation process was impressively very easy, very straightforward. Now I do want to call out that you want to make sure that the 2 screws on your existing door lock are compatible with the base plate. In one of my places where I wanted to install this, it was not compatible, so just be mindful of that. You can contact the support if you're kind of curious. Now in terms of the aesthetics and the look and feel, I have to say this looks very, very seamless. It just blends into the door. It looks very modern. You don't have any weird gaps or anything like that. It's also skinnier than the previous version, so overall the design looks very, very seamless, and I really enjoy how futuristic the door lock looks. So the operation of your door is completely unencumbered. You can still use a regular key. You can turn the knob over here. Everything works as if you have a normal lock. Everything is very sturdy, nothing's gonna fall. One of the issues I had with the other lock, it took a while for the adhesive bond to fully cure. So the cat would always want to step on it. That's why we had this little weird red cone on it. In this case, since the Pro version is using screws directly bolted onto your door, you don't have to worry about any of that. It is absolutely secured in place. So one of my favorite and most essential accessories for the SwitchBot lock system is the keypad. One of the best things about it is that it lights up in the dark, so you don't have to fumble for your keys in darkness. You just press a button over here and then you can enter your 6-digit code. Now it's ultra convenient now because I can just simply use the fingerprint tap and then I can enter my door without any keys or fumbling with codes. Another great feature with the keypad is that you can share the code with your friends and family so they can enter, they don't need a key. It just makes it really, really convenient. So I definitely recommend getting the keypad accessory if you're gonna invest in the SwitchBot lock system. Now, of course, you can use an NFC and just tap over here, or you can use your phone to unlock the door, but it's just way more seamless with the keypad. Installation of the keypad is extremely easy. I didn't use any screws or drilling or anything like that. I just used the adhesive. Now it is securely mounted in place. You do need a little pin and you have to poke it at the bottom here in order to remove it. So this prevents anyone from simply just removing it. Right now it's stuck in place.
So I can go into my Lock Pro, and then here you can see the indication that it's locked. You have the option to pair it to a keypad. Right now it's not set up, but I will set up that up. And then we can also control it with a remote. There's also an emergency unlock, and you have logs, so you can review the activity whenever it was locked or unlocked. Now we can go into settings. We can go to basic settings, and here you can control things like the indicator light and sound. I personally really like the sound. It gives an audio indicator when you lock your door, so when you're leaving, you don't really have to wait for the lock to happen. There's also a remote unlock reconfirm. When your device is disconnected from Bluetooth and you tap to unlock, a pop-up window will appear to let you reconfirm your unlocking action. So now we have quick key. So this enables the button function settings, lock and unlock. Unlock your door automatically based on the lock's pro status. You have alarms if the door is left ajar or left unlocked. Now leaving the door ajar is quite helpful, especially if you have animals like cats that like to run out the door. It gives a audio indicator that you should lock the door, so I'm going to keep this enabled. Auto lock is a neat feature where if you forget to lock your door at night, you can have it automatically lock. And then here you can set the time and when the auto locking happens. So you can put a timer for like 5 minutes, for example. Here you can recalibrate if needed. You want to make sure that you're enabled to cloud services so you can connect to Google Assistant and remotely control your lock from the internet. You can also unlock using the NFC SwitchBot tag, which is really handy if you don't want to install the keypad. You can just simply tap your phone outside your door and it'll automatically unlock. It's very fast and seamless. And then here you have information about the battery level and the firmware version. So those are pretty much all the features of the Lock Pro. Very simple, yet very effective. And then of course you can integrate the Lock Pro with automations. If I go into automations, create a new automation, you can do your smart devices. You can see that smart devices over here. Here are the conditions when it unlocks. So when the Smart Lock Pro unlocks, locks, door closes, door opens, or battery gets low, you can do follow-up actions. There's plenty of flexibility here. So for example, when you unlock the door, you can turn on the lights automatically.
So in conclusion, I have to say the SwitchBot Pro Lock is definitely worth the investment. First of all, it's extremely easy to install. I no longer have to fumble with my keys. It is so convenient just to go outdoor, hit the lock button, and hear that audible beep and just know that I can just be very, very confident in that I locked the door. No more anxiety of like, did I lock the door when I leave the house? And just the sheer convenience of being able to not have any keys and use the keypad to enter or leave the house. And this overall has made the enjoyment of leaving my house a lot better. So thanks for watching. I'll leave a link in the description to this specific lock, and I'll see you in the next video.